live yet? We're going live. Hold on. Hey there, my Insta lovelies. It's so good to see you. Hey there, my gorgeous design divas on Facebook. It's so good to see you, my gorgeous girls on Facebook. Look at you. You look good today. You look like you're getting a little R&R as the summer's starting. I'm making that up. I can't see you, but I can tell you look fabulous. Guys, I'm Donna Hoffman. They call me the interior design advocate. That is because I advocate on behalf of design lovers everywhere across the US and beyond to help empower you in design, to get rid of the knocking knees, to get rid of the unhappy results, to get rid of the room that just doesn't look so good, to get rid of the ideas in your head that are falling flat. How do we do that? I do that with these amazing online courses that I just love offering and putting together for you that are brimming with design strategy. If you know me at all, you know I am not into one-off ideas on blogs and Instagram and Pinterest because it makes you loopy. It makes you more and more confused. So I'm all about strategy, what to do, when to do it, why to do it, how to do it, and a whole path to get you through it. And when I'm not doing this teaching and being a delighted advocating coach for you, I'm running a luxury interior design company here in the Philadelphia region of the United States. So a lot going on. So today, what are we talking about? We are talking about the perils and the perfection of windows. When you have a lot of windows happening in your nest, things can get a little dicey. And I know this is the season when a lot of you who are house hunting or new home hunting or apartment hunting, this is the season when you're doing it very often before the school year starts. So I want to give you some fair warnings. But before I do that, I have to tell you, I got the sweetest email from one of my Design Diva students, Joanne Andro, and I have to just read it, and I have to thank Joanne because I believe she's going to be here today. So Joanne, this one's for you. You put a huge smile on my face. Hi Donna, I want to give you a huge shout out to you and your design program, Decorating Genius, because of the program, your expertise, and your wisdom. Before your course, I didn't realize how defeated and directionless I really was when I was going to Home Goods or other interior design stores. Everything looked so good, so I would purchase random pieces, but only employed them for a short time, as they just didn't jive well with the other decor. Listening to your videos, watching your videos, and going through your course was one of the very best decisions that I've ever made. I immediately purchased the program. It was so affordable for all of the various pieces that we are to receive. My husband has a real eye for design, so during our sheltering in place, we watched all the videos together. I love that. And we put together our design book. We printed out all the printables and handouts. We did our design fingerprint exercise, and the design fingerprint came right together. It was an incredible aha moment that we could enjoy and appreciate what our style really was. But now, with this particular design fingerprint, wow. We could now go to a store and zero in on those pieces that really fit our style. We are decorating our bonus room and implementing all of your expert tips. My husband created the plan, we researched the ideas that we both liked, and we are working on our budget, and we started our furniture shopping. Joanne, I'm so proud so far. Then Joanne says, what a surprise to each of our salespeople. I love that. What a surprise to each of our salespeople that we were able to tell them exactly what we needed, what we were looking for, and what our design style was. They were really impressed. In the weeks to come, I'm sure I'll share some pictures on the Facebook site for the Facebook groups Wisdom and Insight too. The incredible amount of material and access to design expertise is the very best money spent. Thank you again, Joanne Andro. Joanne, big hug and kiss to you. I don't know if you're on Insta, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but I'll tell you what, that is any design coach's dream, to receive the beautiful emails that you guys send to me and the DMs and everything. And this one just came in and it just lit me up. So thank you. All right, so back to the task at hand, house hunting and windows. So when you are looking at a new nest, who doesn't want more windows, right? Everybody wants windows, and you're charged for them. Whether it's a rent check or a mortgage payment, all that glass is expensive. But I want you to keep your wits about you when it comes to considering a new residence, and we're going to get into window treatments too in a sec. But what you need to know is that windows are these big holes in your home. You lose heat through them in the winter. You gain heat through them in the summer. So I want you to be careful about all of these overdone windows that can be so gorgeous in these two-story rooms or these big family rooms, when you have a wall of windows, as you fall in love with that great view of the Pacific Ocean or the great view of, I don't know, something outside out your back door in San Antonio, the Riverwalk or whatever, you got to think about how you're going to treat all that glass, right? There's heat gain, there's heat loss, but then you also have to think about, am I going to need privacy in here? Yeah, I'm going to need privacy because I'm getting dressed in front of this window. Or do I need blackout? Yeah, this is going to be the nursery for the baby or my grandchild when he or she comes to sleep over. Do I need privacy? Do I need light control? Do I need real aesthetic dressing to this window? And if you do, who doesn't? You're a design diva. If it's one of these two bank windows, or it's a window with transoms, or it's a French door or slider, or it has side lights as well, the more window, the more glass, the more treatment you need, the more fabric you need, and the more individual some of the window setups are in your home, the less likely that you can do ready-mades, right? So it's not just ceiling height, it's the width of all of the glass, because when you plan and select, pick out the right window treatments, that is done in conjunction with the proportion of the window glass itself, right? The amount of fabric and width of the fabric, if you're doing panels, is formulaically aligned. I don't know if that's a word, formulaically. We'll make it a design diva word. Anyway, it's aligned with and affected by all that glass. So I know, especially if you're moving to, your dream home, or if you're downsizing, everybody wants a lot of window. Oh, we paused here in this connection. Everybody wants a lot of window. And if you are downsizing, windows are great because it helps to make all residences feel larger, right? But just be aware that there are going to be costs involved. I'm not talking you out of the windows, but I am saying be careful on your budget, right? My wonderful Joanne Andro student, Joanne Andro just talked about, they're doing the budget. Nothing can happen in design without the blessing of the budget. And window treatments suck up a lot of budget. I don't care if you're doing ready-mades, semi-custom, or custom. The average home has about 16 windows in it. So you better know what is it going to take to get me that privacy, to get me that light control, and to get me that heat and heat loss and heat gain control. And what about the aesthetic that I want? If you have 16 windows in a home and you're just doing shades, you got about $1,000 per shade, give or take. You can certainly find shades for less, and it depends upon how wide the window is, but let's just pick a number. That's $16,000 just in window treatment costs. And if you want panels and you like a little something extra, now you're talking about maybe, for ready-mades, $500 or $600 for the panels, and then maybe, another $5 or $6 for your shade. And if you're not doing ready-mades, you're going to be up $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 easily for a window treatment. And if you're going real custom, and not real custom, if you're doing custom and going bananas on your fabric, guys, fabric starts at about $40 a yard, goes up to $400 a yard. What? I know, it does. I'm not being political when I say that the tariffs were not kind to the interior design industry. They weren't. A lot of price increases came in on fabric, so much of it is woven in China at this time. A lot of fabric mills have left, most of them have left the US, and many have gone to China, and some saw what was coming down the pike in terms of tariffs, just in the business community in total, and they were trying to move their production to India. Does a lot of fabric as well, but there's still a lot in China. So anyway, just be aware that window treatment costs are a real thing. So if you are shopping for a new home, just be careful. Keep your eyes, wide open. If you are building new, you're lucky. Well, for a lot of reasons, that's quite a blessing to be able to do that. But also, get wise about your window treatments. Am I going to want to treat a window? And if so, is there enough stack on either side of this door? And maybe this door should be a French door that swings, not a French door that maybe not a slider, because I'm going to want to do panels, right? Not that you can't do panels on a slider, but you know, the wind opens the door and things start flying around. You have to do certain things with those panels. So if you're building new, really great to get some window braininess inside that gorgeous head of yours so that you know what to anticipate. And you might say, you know what? Let's do one less window and bring everything in a little bit, or in this XYZ room, or yeah, let's go 2-story, but let's make sure I, you know, can block out the sun in my bedroom. So let's not do 2-story. Let's not do a transom in my bedroom unless I'm going to have panels that close. Be careful, okay? Hopefully that helps you as my quick preamble there about house hunting, building new, and certainly everything I've just shared with you will help you if you're just working on one room of windows as well. In fact, I'm happy to take your window treatment questions. If you have one, feel free to type it in. As long as I don't need to see a picture to answer you well, I'm happy to take your question. And while you're doing that, I'll just let you know what we're talking about next week. Oh, and I'm sorry. I know I told you we were going to talk about something different this week and got yelled at. It was wrong. And so we're trying to get back onto our schedule. But if you did want to tune in today to talk, I thought we were talking about something else. I thought we were talking about how to choose a designer who will work with your style. We'll put that in later in the year. We'll wrap back to that. So sorry about that. Anyway, so next week, what are we talking about? This is the real thing. I got this approved. It's right what I'm about to say. Next week, we're talking about home theater versus integrated media room. What's best for you? Home theater versus integrated media room. Okay, so there it is. All right, let me see if there are any questions coming in here, and we can do this. All right, so I'm getting a lot of hellos. Melissa's happy to be here, and hi from Missy. Hi, Missy and Melissa. And I'm getting all kinds of hellos and waves from my gorgeous Insta girls too. So hi, girls on Insta. Roselle is saying hi. Kim is saying hi. Candy's saying hi. A lot of highs. Sherry's saying hi. Hello from Alabama again, from Debbie. Debbie in Alabama is here. Now the party can start. Hi, Debbie. Denise is here from Raleigh. Okay, Tammy is saying, this is my first live video. Thank you. And Tammy is in Calvert County, Maryland. All right, Katie's from Maryland. Good to have you here from Maryland. All right, Patty is saying hello from Virginia. Marvelous saying hello from Florida. Great email. That was a great email. I'm glad you liked it too. Penny is saying, that was Katie. It's Katie's little thumbs up from Maryland. Yeah, thumbs up from Katie. Oh, that was a thumbs up from Maryland. Cynthia's saying hi. Okay, Daniela's asking best area rugs for what? For vinyl floors. I'm going to try, Danielle, to take questions on the topic. We try to stick to on-topic questions, and if there's time, I'll wrap back to you as well. So Donna's saying, what is the best window treatment for a 4-door slider that hides into the wall that opens to a lanai? Do you mean that dives into the wall, maybe? A 4-door slider, I'm going to say that dives into the wall. So if it dives into the wall, here's the wall, that means that the slider is just, there's really no place to stack. So here's the story. Sliders are great when they open through the center, because then you can put your panels very easily on the side if you're a panel girl. When they open left to right or right to left, you have to anticipate what happens if I'm going to have, you know, some draft and breeze. And by the way, I posted a link to learn more about my Window Boss course. I take a deep dive with you into how to plan and select the right window treatments, whether you're doing ready-made, semi-custom, or custom. There's a lot to know, but I make it really easy and fun, and you actually do your planning during the course, which is a lot of fun too. So if you're interested in that, I posted a link. You guys can get it in the description of me, or whatever, the link in bio. Link in bio. And if you like what you read there, there is still a current 20% off coupon on the blog, so you can find that there as well. So the deal is, to answer you well about this, you know, this 4-door slider, it's not just about what to do with the slider, guys. And I get slider questions all the time. It's not about the slider. It's about what's going on all around the slider to know what's the best thing to do to that slider. What are the heights of the other windows and doors in the vicinity that your eye is grabbing, and you know, what opens to what? It's never about the one window. So in terms of what to do, I can't really answer you well, Donna, without a picture. You want just a quickie off the top of my head answer without seeing a picture? Perhaps you want to do a top treatment, not anything to the side. But I don't know that that's the right answer because I haven't seen your space, but certainly when sliders dive into windows, dive into walls, it gets harder because you don't have stack, and you have to either give up glass or just stay away from that area entirely. Give up glass by putting fabric there, provided that the door isn't opening where it's abutting that wall. Hopefully that gives you a bit of an answer. It's the best I can do without seeing a picture, baby. All right, so here's from Amira Bas. She says, on Insta, she says, I have vaulted ceilings and I have not yet decided on the style of our furniture. Can you please give me ideas on how to decide which window treatments are right for us? Window treatments are part of your total design, right? They are part of the total vibe and design of the room. So you kind of don't want to shortchange yourself. Let me say it a different way. As an interior designer who is paid to issue design for people, you couldn't pay me enough money to go into any home and just design window treatments without knowing what the rest of the furniture in the room is. That's going to be bad money, and it's not going to be your best decision. Window treatments are actually an early decision point and thinking point, concept point. Before you even get to decision and design, remember I teach you that it's concept, then decision. So it's an early idea for sure, but until you know what you're doing, Amira Ribas, I wouldn't zero in on your window treatments, deciding what you're doing there, two-story, vaulted ceiling or not. And again, it's not about that one window. It's about most often in your rooms that you're working in, guys, you have windows and doors of uneven heights, right? Something's ending here, something else is ending here, something else, and then you look over to the adjoining kitchen or something, and something's ending here. So you actually use window treatments to start creating a good flow and a marriage between all that glass. So I would need to see a picture to be able to even guide you on a more general answer than the one I've already given you. But the fact is, you do not start a project with the window treatments. They are part of the furnishings. They're part of the rhythm and the vibe and the style of the whole room. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. All right, if you have a follow-up, though, a more specific follow-up, please feel free to punch that in there. All right, so hugs to you on that. All right, so Kathy is saying, should window treatments be the same color on the same floor of the house? They can be, Kathy, but they don't have to be. But here's the thing, whether you're renting, whether you own, you're paying for or did pay for all that square footage. If you want to increase the sense of space in your home, having a contiguous rolling color palette through the first floor of a home will make that first floor look and feel bigger. Period. End of story. Now, does that mean all your window treatments have to be the exact same fabric? No. The exact same color? No. But to do that, chances are your treatments are going to be in a very companionable, happily married color palette, as well as if you're a pattern girl, patterns are happy looking at each other. For example, when I design in a center hall colonial, and I'm doing the living room and the dining room, right? These two rooms that are separated by that center hall. I always think about the rooms first, but then I think about what happens when we're walking toward the front door. What is the eye seeing? And I want to make sure that those two, even those treatments, though they're not facing each other, when I walk toward the front door to say hi to the Amazon guy who's delivering my next Outlander book, I want to make sure that those treatments are looking really good, okay? That they're happy together. So I don't know if I answered you well, but hopefully, Karen, I don't know if I answered you well. I hope I did. I think that's a complete answer. In fact, I take back, I don't know if it was a good answer. That is a good answer. And so I sent it out to you with a hug. Let's see. Hello from Bushra in Wisconsin. Hi, Bushra. And Rochelle is saying, what kind of window shades do you recommend for panoramic bifold doors? I have a beach view. But afternoon sun can be brutal in Redondo Beach, California. You know what that's called? What kind of problem that is, Rochelle? That's a high-class problem. I love that. So afternoon sun can be brutal. Window shades for panoramic bifold doors. I would really want to see what else is out there. what else is around in your space to be able to answer you well. And maybe it's one of the interesting, don't die when I say this, one of the interesting, when I say vertical, nobody pass out. There are new vertical type products that are really good to draw entirely open. They look like a waterfall. They look like a waterfall panel, huge, but it's actually operates like a vertical. And I think Hunter Douglas has things like that, and the Hunter Douglas, rip-off brands have things like that as well. But Rochelle, without seeing what you have in adjoining areas, I can't really answer you well on that. Again, it's never about the sliding glass door. It's about everything in the room, plus the DS, the darn slider, because I think one of you told me that we should retitle the slider the damn slider, but I was trying to work clean here for a sec. All right, let's see. Serena Vistoko is saying on Instagram, my bedroom has 3 windows across a wall facing west. What treatments would look best? What's your design fingerprint? What's your budget? What else is going on in the room? You could literally do any and every treatment under the sun on those. I don't know what you're looking for. So need pictures, need more information about you, but there it is, Serena. If you have a follow-up question, a more specific question, so where I don't need to see a picture, more theoretical, I'd be happy to answer you there. Kel Dixon is saying, is it okay to put blinds or plantation shutters on just the windows in the front of the house? Why not? Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, plantation shutters or blinds, they're great. I mean, blinds have come a long way. Shades, I think, are fantastic now too. I think shades have come a really long way. So instead of blinds, you might want to think about some of the shade product that's out there. There's still shade product that looks like fabric, but it's not. It can give you great light blocking, also nice for heat loss, heat gain. And then in terms of shades, in terms of, you said shutters or blinds. Then in terms of blinds, I mean, I'm like so into the whole matchstick blind, the woven woods. I think they look amazing alone, as well as layered with beautiful panels. In fact, I think they are like kind of unsung heroes. You can do some really cool things in a lot of different design styles using those. So I bless it, Kel. Without seeing more in your home, without seeing pictures, I don't see a problem in what you're proposing. And then it sounds like you want to do something else at the back of the home. No problem. Sometimes, depending upon how residences are situated on a lot, sometimes we'll do just plantation shutters on the side windows, so there's very easy, quick privacy with the neighbors, so you're not flashing them when you're getting all jiggy with your guy, or when you're getting naked to get into your granny PJs. I'll let you decide which one you're going to do. Get jiggy with your guy or get into your granny PJs. All right, Anne is saying hello. Hello there, Anne. Okay, Lori is saying, if you are selling your home, is there an ROI for updating all the blinds? Good question. Here's the thing with selling your home. Listen, guys, condition sells. That is one of the first things we learned when in design school, when we were also looking at staging. Condition sells. So if you have a window treatment that is just ripped, torn, sun faded, and yes, when the sun starts tearing apart that silk treatment that you bought, even ready-made silk, doesn't matter. Ready-made silk treatments, custom, sun will start to shred those after a while if they're not properly lined. Better off to take down anything that looks not good. Is it worth it to put money into window treatments if you're going to sell a home? I try to keep your spend at a minimum if you're selling. If you feel like you have something that really needs to be improved, I would just go with a very, very simple shade. That your first order of business when you're selling is to make sure you're turning the home back into a house, into a product, so somebody else can picture themselves living there. So if you feel like you need to do a little something to the window treatments to improve them, do. And certainly shades will be lower cost than just about anything else that you can do. Without knowing more of your situation there, Lori, my love, that's what I've got for you. Rochelle is saying that she loves my answers and make perfect sense each time. Rochelle, I love that you love my answers. I love answering you. That's good. Tammy is saying, can I use curtains on a solid wall around a mirror, etc.? Can I use curtains on a solid wall? Oh, like your You're just draping fabric? Why not? Why not? I'm going to tell you about something cool that we're doing for a young lady. There's an alcove in her room. We're going to do an actual what's called a draped or tented room. You know, fabric is fabulous. Just make sure, Tammy, this great idea you have, make sure you don't have HVAC returns on that wall that are going to be blowing on your fabric and or being blocked by fabric. So just be careful on that. But I have no problem with it. Why not? Yeah. It's kind of almost what Tammy's thinking about doing. She's creating interest somewhere in her space by hanging fabric on a wall around a mirror to create, obviously to create a sense of more window or to do something interesting in a room that needs a little extra help. And that's sort of almost like a commercial hotel-y kind of thing you're doing, or restaurant-y thing. I think is cool. Katie's telling me last 2 questions, so here we go. Marie is saying, I'm in Arizona and plantation shutters are the best to cool down the space. They are awesome. And here's the other thing to know with your plantation shutters. And I dive into all the different types of window treatments inside of Window Boss, from shutters to shades to blinds to layering, what to layer, when to layer, when never to layer, how to get your proportion right. But the thing about shutters that I want you to know is that shutters vary in size of the slat. And the bigger the slat, well, certainly the larger slats are a little more on trend right now. Okay. But also when you want to see a lot of view, you keep your slats on just completely parallel and you get a ton of view. And the bigger your slat, the fewer slats you'll need and the more view you have when you want view. If with your shutters you want light but privacy, great thing to do that nobody seems to know. Rather than most people keep their shutters, most people keep their shutters like this, so their slats are going like that down. You're aiming the light down, and you cut off a lot of view and light. What you can do is so this gives you a lot of view and light, but not as much privacy, right? If that's your slat. But the other thing you can do is if you do that, if you aim your slat up, you'll get privacy, but a lot of light. So that's good to do. This is your view. This is a lot of light. Okay, there it is. All right, okay, let me try to quickly get through a few more here. Jill Kenny saying, do you feel that sometimes no treatment is the right window treatment? Does there always have to be something? I don't feel like there always has to be something in my own kitchen. Maybe this is because I work with so much fabric and this and that. I just needed a rest. And we have treatments. Well, I have a big kitchen, but we have treatments around the sink area where the cabinetry is, and then where the dining area is, there's a French door, and then clerestory windows. Do not treat your clerestory windows. But I chose not to treat my French door, and my window workroom, the owner of the window workroom came in one day to do something with me, and she said, Donna, I don't agree with the fact that you didn't put treatments over there. And I said, okay, good, no problem. I said, I needed a little window treatment break in this room. So I don't think every window needs to be treated. And certainly if you're uber modern, you might be doing a whole steel frame window thing, modern farmhouse. You might say, hey, I don't want any window treatments. Designer buddy of mine in Texas does gorgeous work. I just saw something she's doing. Did not one window treatment. It looks like in the first floor of this modern structure. Now, that said, I think there's gonna be a lot of heat picking up in these rooms. But the thing you can do too, you can do a little window tinting for glare and that sort of thing. So Jill, I bless it. I'd have to see it, but no, I don't think everything needs to have a window treatment on it. Did you just give me another? No, Katie just gave me final 2 questions. All right. This is really the last question. I mean it this time. And if you missed any portion of this, hopefully fabulous, Facebook Live and Insta Live, you can always find us on YouTube. All right. The Interior Design Advocate on YouTube. You can always find us there, and you can see a description of what we talked about. And if you're not following us on Instagram, girls, what are you? I know you are. That's why you're here. But girlfriends, at ID8. No, that's the wrong. I keep doing that. At decorating.genius. At decorating.genius is how you find us on Instagram for the Interior Design Advocate. All right. So since I keep doing this. The other thing is for our design studio. If you want to see what we're up to, kind of see me out on the road sometimes or come into the design studio, then you want to be at IDH Designs, Interiors, Donna Hoffman, right? So there it is. You can see what kind of mischief we're making behind the scenes in our design company. All right, there you go. So last question. These are so good. All right. So Janet is saying, for an outside mount Roman shade, how far beyond the casing should the shade go, or should it just line up with the casing? Outside mount, Janet, and I teach this inside of Window Boss, but outside mount is mounted on the casement, okay? It is the valance that goes beyond the casement, but the shade is on the casement. Inside is inside the casement, within, right? And what you're talking about, Janin, is on the casement, okay? Really important. All right, Marvel's saying great answers. Thanks for helping us. A lot more hellos coming in, and we are past time. I got to get out of here because I've got a conference call I have to hop onto. So lovelies. Next week, we are talking about home theater versus integrated media room. What's best for you? And listen, divas, maybe you want your divo, your hubs, your boyfriend, your +1 to join you, because this topic will interest him too. Home theater versus integrated media room, which one is best? I will see you next week, Tuesday, 4 p.m. We are here, ready to take your questions, take you under our wing, ready to give you a hug and a kiss and a squeeze. And that's pretty much all she wrote. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Donna. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and comment below so I know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the Interior Design Advocates channel so you don't miss any of our great content.